Hello everyone, how are you doing guys? Daniel da Costa here and be welcome to another video tutorial here in the next two tutorials. Well guys, in this video we're gonna start a new series and we're gonna learn how to develop this character, but it depends of you. If this video hits 12 comments and 50 likes, we're gonna see the full process and I'm gonna bring a lot of videos how to make the high poly topology UV texture and bring this new version of this awesome character, okay? Well, and why I'm doing it? I'm doing it because you guys have been so patient with me with my English, so I feel this support from you. So my way to say thank you, it's bringing some cool stuffs, okay? So let's go. In this video we're gonna start making the hat base mesh. So this character, it's the black mage, I think. Let me check him name. Yes, black mage, and the concept is from Yasen Stoilov. Okay, so let's go. Hey guys, just to remind you that we have new premium course every month uploaded on Udemy and Skillshare, where you can access a lot of different content for you learn, improve and grow as an artist. We have all of our courses available to watch and learn from right now, new workflows, techniques, tips and tricks, and now it learning from industry veterans and experts. You can check the description down here, and Skillshare is offering 1 free-month trial to the premium membership. With this membership, you are going to be able to access all of our course and watch and learn all of these amazing things that we cover with all of the softwares. So what are you waiting for? Check our course down here below. Let's start doing it. We're gonna start with the hat. Let me organize the PureRef. I'm using PureRef. Please guys, enjoy the video, comments, suggestions are always be welcome, okay? So let's go. Let me think about the hat. I'm gonna try to start with a cube. Let me activate the grid, and before I do that, let me come to frontal camera and let me see image plane, and I'm gonna set the folder location and bring the concept. Let me move this concept here. About the proportion for now is not important, I can change it then. So let me see here this cube. Let me move here more or less. Let me check the scale. Yeah, can be this way, no problem. So this concept here, let me try to center a little bit, and I'm gonna rotate to get this. Let me change to word, holding Ctrl Shift to change the gizmo direction, and let me more or less try to set the middle position, more or less here. It's not exactly, and remember, it's not a likeness. We just gonna use the concept as a reference, and it's not necessary to make exactly 100% like the concept. Okay, so now I'm gonna add smooth here to this cube, and here I can change it. Usually to make this project, probably Daniel, I was do it into the ZBrush. For me it's better using the modeler, but I like to sometimes to change the idea and make some experience with other softwares. Of course, I have used that Maya for a lot of years, but now currently I prefer use the modeler because it's more fast to make the sculpture and the modeling into the ZBrush. But well, sometimes it's good to bring new stuffs here. So let's go. Let me see here the smooth divisions. Let me set 2 divisions. That's okay. And I wanna this shape here. That's okay. Let me see here more or less, and I can change the structure of this guy here. Let me scale a little bit. Yeah, more or less on this way, and I can remove these loops here, Ctrl T, because it's not necessary. And I'm gonna delete these polygons too. This image, I'm gonna create a new layer and set it as a reference. Now it's not possible. I select it, so it unselect that mesh. It's better to work. So let's go. Let me align this part here. Scale I can set 0 here. Sorry, it's on Y axis, in Y axis. That's okay. I have aligned it, and that's cool. So now I can extrude this part, Ctrl E to extrude, and work on the thickness. So now I can scale it too. Let me check it, and I'm gonna align it too in Y axis, and I can work more or less on this way. Remember, it's not a likeness here. The reference, it's more to get a more or less proportion. So don't try to make exactly like the concept, because the proportions are different. So let me see here. That's okay. So I don't know, maybe I can add more polygons. Let me see if I'm gonna keep with that or not. Yeah, I think that. Let me work first on the shape here. Let me try to make it more straight. This way, I want a more this visual here. Something more like that. That's okay. And now what I wanna bring it to these little cuts here just to mark the project. So let me move this reference to my other screen, because it's not necessary I have this one here. So here I don't have a top reference, so I can play a little bit with that and try to change the structure here and find a good design. What I'm gonna do is try to make something more like that, and this part here, let me see. I think that I'm gonna add subdivision again. Smooth one can be, but first let me press Ctrl Z and let me add an insert edge loop here. Let me insert an edge loop on this way and on this way here. So now I can go to mesh, smooth. Yeah, can be. That's okay. So now it's better for me make changes. So let me check. I wanna break a little bit. I have all this correctly silhouette, so I wanna try to bring something more different. Break these shapes a little bit, of course. So here I can play a little bit with these elements. And what I'm gonna do is select the cut, multi-cut, and I'm gonna try to cut this part, something like that can be, yeah. So let me select this guy here and here too, and I'm gonna change the visual a little bit. I think that make this structure will be good. So we can make this change. Let me make the same thing here and here. think that's cool. And we have the frontal, this guy here, but for it we have more polygons. Here seems that we have more polygons, so maybe we need to add more subdivisions here to bring this little tweak, but well, let me check it. So how we can do that? Now press Ctrl Z. What I'm gonna do here, guys, it's add other smooth. Let me test. So that's okay, now it's good. And now what I'm gonna do here, it's make the same thing. I can just use the cut, multi-cut, and I can cut the elements. The difference is that I have this little silhouette now. So let me see here what I can do. It's make the same thing, cut here and here and here, then press Ctrl Z, and here and here. Let me test. Yeah, it's better. Let me see here. This part maybe I can bring more on this way to break the silhouette. It's important take care about keep the same line for this first moment, because if you make movements up or down, probably we're gonna have a massive mesh, and the moment is not to make it. So let me cut other parts here. Let me see, I have in frontal and I have here. So let me go to vertex, multi-cut. Can be here maybe, I don't know. Let me test. So let me check. No, I'm gonna make something here. Maybe here. Yeah. I'm gonna delete this part. I don't know, it's too intense. So what I can do here is try to use I forget the tool. It's bevel, maybe. Yeah, let me remove the fraction. And I can merge these both guys, merge to center. And let me test here something minor. No, I don't want it. I'm thinking on the silhouette. Here I have break, add a little bit the shape and the structure. I can make the same thing here. Let it press letter B. It's soft selection. Let me see here. And these loops, if I want, I can remove, but well. Let me check, try to break a little bit it. Keep more on this way. More face, not too curved. And of course, it's my preference. It depends of each people. Let me use the multi-cut again, and I'm gonna break a little bit. Let me check here and here. Cut, delete face. Let me see this part. And here maybe I can bring more close. Yeah. And same thing here. Probably it's here. So let me use the multi-cut. Oops, here. Press enter, face, delete. So here I would like to change it. Maybe I have more curved, but no, let me keep on this way. So let me check here, change a little bit. Let me see, I think it's a little too flat, but I can change these things then. Let me see here. I have distortion. Let me select this guy. And try, we can make something like that to bring this visual. But how you can still have this little distortion here. So this thing we can make, then when we have the low poly we can change it. So let me see here, mesh, display, soften edge. Yeah, it's enough, but how you can see we have this parts here. So let me see. Yeah, let me add a new material, can be blend or just to check the reflection. Let me see here let me go to edit, delete by type history, blend, and let me select, let me pick the color from the concept more or less. And here, let me increase the centricity just to check the deformation. So here we have this guy, seems that we have these guys here. Control delete, let me check. Yeah. Let me go to Mage, display, soften edge. Let me press Ctrl Z. And seems that I have this little guy here. Let me remove a little bit of these loops, it's not necessary. Let me check, or better remove this one. Ctrl delete. And here too, Ctrl delete. Select these guys and scale a little bit. And here I can remove too. So I have this part, let me move up a little bit. Yes, it's better. Press Ctrl Y. And I'm gonna try to bring up a little bit this part here too. Yeah. So let me check here. Let me select the mesh display, soften edge again. That's it. It's not perfectly, but it will works. Then I can make some changes, mesh it, and no problem. Let me see the line, yeah, that's okay. Let me see here, I can make the same thing. Let me go to vertex, multi-cut, and I could use this one here, can be face, delete, that's okay. Or let me press Ctrl Z, can be here, not too big. Let me check and let me make different. I'm gonna make on this side and this side. So it can be here. Oops, And here press enter, and here and here. And I'm gonna to face and delete the polygons. So that's okay, shape it's good for me. Now what I'm gonna do is work on this. Let me move down and let me bring the strip here. So remember, it's just the base mesh. So I can select this one here, hold shift, and I can press shift D, Ctrl shift I, delete, and now I have this little guy here, and I can move up to create it more or less. It's not a roll, remember that. And this guy I can align it. That's okay here. Let me scale. That's good. And I can extrude it. Thickness 0.02. No, a little bit more. 0.35. Let me see from this angle. Let me select the material, apply a new material, and blend can be, and I'm gonna pick the color and set a light green. Yeah. Let me check it. Let me change this edge loop, move down a little bit, and I think that, yeah, I think that's okay for now. Let me create the other parts. I can work with can be a cylinder. Let me see here. Polycylinder, caps. Let me set subdivision to caps 2. And here let me add 32 can be. That's okay. And let me rotate 90 degree and scale it. So let me move more or less here. Let me see, this size can be this proportion, little bit more large. So how you can see, I'm using the center, the grid here, but my concept it's here, so I'm trying to set the proportion and keep the object on the center. So here, this part, I'm just adding this shape because this little hole here I can make into the ZBrush or just into the Substance Painter, because I have just a little green part, so I can make this detail, the texture process. And I wanna keep this shape more with this border more creased without chamfer, because I wanna keep this workflow. So let me move more or less here and rotate to this direction more or less. I'm not happy with this cavity here. It's kind of, oh, I'm hating it. Let me select here maybe. Let me see. Yes, it's a little better. So let me check this part. It's kinda in stone. I can hold Ctrl Shift select object and scale a little bit more. No, it can be to this way here. Let me check, yeah. More or less on this way, because I need to add the other parts. Something here. And this guy, I can select this part and scale a little bit. And same thing with the bottom part. Let me scale here. Yes. Let me check this angle. No, I'm gonna press Ctrl Z and keep this thin visual. Let me add a new material. Can be blend too. And this gray can be gray. I think that's okay. Let me pick here the color. Or on this way, yeah. Let me select a cube, add a cube, and I'm gonna add this other. Seems that it's stone, something like stone. So this process, it's extremely important. You need to make it calmly. And let me press Ctrl Z, yeah, scale. And it's normal, we're gonna spend time, it's the base mesh, so we need to make it calmly. So basically this part, we can use just a cube. I'm gonna try to get the silhouette, then I can repose it. Something like that. Let me bring in front and scale. Yeah. So let me see here. More or less on this way. Let me rotate it a little bit. Be here or not. Let me keep here. More or less here. Rotate a little bit more. Shift D. Gonna bring to side, center. Let me delete it. No, I can keep it. And let me try to set the same structure of this one here. Let me check, word, scale. Yeah. So now I can bring more or less here. And this other, I can go to edit. First, I need to go to modify, first transformation, edit, duplicate spatial, and set negative scale X, Y, Z. So here I need negative to send it to the other side and apply it. Now I can just drag here, more or less, and scale it. It's a little minor. So that's okay. Let me see. Yeah, that's okay. Let me check this part. I can scale a little bit. Move more or less this way. Yeah, it's better. That's okay. And I have these little guys and this part here too. So remember guys, it's just the first part, the blockout, so don't worry. To make a character, it's not difficult, but to make characters, well, any project takes time. It takes time, so it's necessary to make calmly and modeling the parts calmly. Don't try to rush with that, because probably if you do that, you in the future you will need to remake it, so it's not a good idea. So put a song and enjoy the process. So here I'm blocking out with basic shapes, for example boxes, spheres, cylinders. So for me it's a better way to block and get an overall idea about the character and the structure. And if I wanna change something, it's very easy. So for me, I like to use this workflow. I don't like, for example, try to sculpt the final version in the first time, because if I need change something, probably it's not a procedural workflow. So it's when you work with a not procedural workflow, or well, it's workflow that it's not easy to change, probably you will get a lot of work that is not necessary. So let me set these parts here just to mark it. Let me see more or less distance. It's here more or less. Let me see, yeah. This part, so I can rotate here. Let me go to object. And this part here, I can just bring this edge here. Select face. And more or less here, and select this part and go to bevel. Fraction, 2 segments. Fraction, let me increase the fraction a little bit. 0.1. Yeah, can be. Now I can select the vertex, this vertex, and bring here. Let me see, yeah. More or less here. And this part here too. Let me see. Yeah. Just this little part here. Let me check this size, proportion. I can change a little bit. Scale, more or less on this way can be. Something like that. Let me check, yeah. Select this inner part and move back a little bit. Same thing with this other part here. Yeah, can be. Check. It's enough. It's just to mark this part. So let me see this other part here. I can just go to Word. I'm gonna press the letter D and the letter X and drag the pivot to the middle of the grid. And go to Edit, Modify, and First Transformation, Edit, Duplicate Spatial to get to this other side. Let me add a new material, blend. I'm just setting the basic colors, flat colors. So that's okay. And this guy here, let me see, this part is not symmetrical, of course. So let me go to wireframe and move up this part here a little bit. That's enough. And let me create other here. Can be. Yeah, let me add a cube here. Scale it. Let me check. Can be more or less here. I'm gonna rotate it. Yes. Let me scale. Face. Switch to object. Hold Ctrl Shift and select the object. Move here. This part here too. And here I'm gonna add a loop, start edge loop, and I'm gonna try to bring a different shape, something like this way. Let me see. Go to wireframe and here. And I can add other loop here and just bring this little thing here. That's okay. Or, for example, I can delete a part of this this element, no problem too, but well. Let me see from this angle. That's okay. Let me use the bevel. Let him select all this part here and use the bevel. 2 segments, fraction can be 2 or 3. Let me see. No, let me press Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. I just apply the bevel. I'm gonna apply the bevel only here. 2 segments. And can be something like 0.2 fraction. That's okay. More or less here. Let me select this point. Let me see here. Yeah. So this part here too. And a little bit more here. That's okay. Let me check. Here too, and think it's enough. That's good. Let me apply the existing material. Can be blend 4 or blend 1. Let me check blend 4. Yes. And basically what I'm gonna do is add the other part here only. So let me see. Can be this guy here. Let me go to edit, duplicate special, and move here this guy. So let me go to object, modify center pivot, and rotate it. Can scale too. And add this guy here. Let me check, more or less, yeah. Can be. So let me rotate a little bit. That's okay. Here it's okay, here too. Rotate a little. For scale, just scale, and I can select vertex. And how you can see, guys, all the simple things take time. It's normal. So let me check. Yeah. So now what I'm gonna do, I forget to do that. It's organize the. Let me go to edge. It's organize the polygons. So 1, 2, and here connect these guys. Connect components. Connect components. Connect components. That's okay. And make same thing here. I could do that early. So now I need to spend this time making all it to all this piece. So if I had done to the first one, now make it will be not necessary. But well, when you make mistakes, you need to solve it. It's the life, it's the real life. So let me insert edge. Oops, don't want here. Come on, my friend. What? Edge, insert edge loop. Yeah, thank you. Sometimes when you are running, you wanna make the things very fast, and probably it's probably that you got fail, because you will get fail, because if you wanna make the things very fast, it's not a good strategy. Let me see this one. Yeah, it's okay. Let me save, of course. Let me see here. Save. Let me save as 2 times. But that's okay, it's first blockage. We need just to finish make this part here. So well, let me see here. This part. Let me check this guy here. So this changes. Yeah. Let me see here. Press Ctrl Z, and this part I wanna shape more this way, this direction. Yeah, can be. So now let me see from this angle. That's cool. Of course we need, for example, make the extrude. So I could, for example, select the border and extrude it more or less here. Yeah, that's awesome. So let me select the border again and press G and R to scale, and I can scale on this way here. So let me see, yes, this part here. Well, let me check what's wrong. Press Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Yeah. This part, let me select the border again. And this, the head and the head, I'm gonna connect on during the retopology. The retopology, it will be, they will be part of the same mesh, for example. So let me check if it's the selection, it's right. Yeah, so now I can extrude again. It's always important check. So let me see the thickness. Yeah, more or less it. I'm gonna make a little bit more because in the retopology usually we lost a little bit of the proportion. So now let me press G again and I'm gonna scale it. Yes, so all this part we can make just connect it. So let me go to fill hole. Yeah, but I wanted the fill hole. It's not this one. I wanna close and make the automatically connection. So I'm gonna keep on this way, and then I gonna, let me see here. Yeah, I'm gonna close it into the ZBrush because I can use the close holes. Or of course I could connect it by myself, or for example, let me check here, I could use the vertex, for example. Let me press Ctrl to vertex and merge to center. And now let me select this vertex, hold shift, chamfer. Yeah. So let me see, I have a lot of triangles here, but no problem. So let me check. Let me see. Yeah, maybe then, for example, if I want, I can delete it. Delete all it and extrude into the, let me press Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Yeah, I'm gonna merge to center, and if I wanna, then I can change it into the ZBrush, no problem. Let me go to mesh display, soften edge. So that's cool. Let me select these guys here. Hold shift and mesh display, harden edge. Or for example, soften edge, I can use soften edge And here in channel, soft and edge, I can set 35 maybe. Yes, it works well. It's good. Let me save again. Let me check this port. Yeah. Let me see. I don't know the thickness of this part, but well, let's continue its base mesh. Then we can change into the ZBrush using the inflate brush. So let's go. Let's start doing this part here. Let me go to plane, set 1 I'm gonna rotate it 90 degree, and I can try to make this part here. So let me see this connection, and let me select this part here, and we're gonna connect it more or less here. Let me check. Yeah, this one here, and this part here. Let me see, this part can be on this way. Select this part. Yeah, I think this part is more like that. Yeah, so now what I'm gonna do is just follow the... Let me see this part. Let me add a loop, and I'm gonna follow the side width. So here and here. Yes, can be. Same thing with this guy. Let me check here. And the end of this part, it's very thin. So let me see here. Let me check more or less on this way. Can be this structure. So I like how I said you. I like to work on this way, more optimize it, low resolution, because for me it's better to work. And now here I can use the multi-cut and create this shape, press enter, face, delete. That's okay. Let me check here. Yeah, for now no problem, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 polygons, but no problem, we could merge it, but for now that's okay. I just gonna work on the thickness. So this angle here is not cool, so let me try to make something more like that. Yeah. Press 3, and then I'm gonna extrude it, and then I can organize it into the ZBrush with the crease PG. So let me add a new material 2, right button, new material, blend, and let me delete the history, attribute, blend, and pick the color. It's almost the same color. Let me set a more liked. I am with my mouth open and it's kinda because I need pay attention here. It's pay attention, put attention, keep attention. I don't know. Let me check. Yeah. Let me see this part. I could add, for example, other elements if I want here, but it's not necessary because then I'm gonna redo that. Let me just check this part here. And yeah. That's okay. And I'm gonna make the same thing with this other. I have a tool here that it's Mesh tools, create polygon tool. I use it a lot. This tool was very useful when I was learning Maya. So let me select this guy here. Yeah. Let me extrude, Ctrl E, and bring more or less here. Remember, I need to fit it, so let me move back. Let me move back it. Let me select, yeah, more or less here, remember that. Go to Add, and I can bring here this part. That's cool, awesome. And let's go, let's continue creating the silhouette. Let me use the insert edge loop tool, and here it's more simple, so it's just create a curve. So let me see. Yes, I can bring these guys in front to have this shape here. Good. Press 3 just to check. Yeah. Let me move up. Yes, can be, but I think I can create more curved shape. Let me check here. And of course, always testing the things. This part here, and let me see. Move back a little bit. Yes, I think it was better. That's good. So let me press Ctrl E and extrude it in front. Let me see this angle. That's good. Something like that. That's okay. Assign new material, or assign existing material, boolean 5. Mesh display, soften edge. Soften edge here too. Save, and just to finish, I can duplicate this one. Go to modify center pivot and just pose this guy here. Let me rotate, yeah, more or less in this way. Rotate here too, and scale a little bit. The same structure. Of course, I can move in front a little bit. This part and scale more or less. I think it's more rotate and not scale. Yeah. Let me add other loop in the middle. Yes. I think it will work. Yes, let me select this part here. Let me see in front. This part here and this guys here too. Let me check. So let me try to organize it. and this part more thin. Let me check if it has worked or not. Yes, I think yes. Just let me move back a little bit. Mesh place up an edge. Let me test. Press 3. No, I think that this guy, I need this gap here, this space for this guy. So let me bring in front. Let me check. So this part, and let me fix it. So other little things, guys, that we just need to change the silhouette, check the proportion. Is it simple things? Let me see. Mesh place up an edge. This part here, it's a little strange, but no problem. Let me select this loop and move more here. Let me check. Move back here. More or less. Yeah, can be. Let him select vertex. Yes. Same thing with this guy here. So let me select this loop here and move up. Can rotate and scale here. Let me check the other part here. This edge. Yeah. Let me see. Can select these polygons. This vertex. That's okay, I think that's good. Yes, it's enough. That's cool. So let me see, I think is it. How you can see it's a little different shapes. It's not curved. And I think that's okay. These parts we can add into this brush and we can control the inflate will be better. So well guys, for now is it for this video. How you can see this take almost 1 hour just to make a simple thing, but to make simple thing it's necessary to have a strategy and make it very clean to feel the proportion, if it will works or not. And then we can change the thickness, but how you can see the visual, it's very cool. It's not just a disc, it's not, for example, a cycle. No, we have a silhouette, we have a structure, for example, to break the silhouette here. Very awesome. And this part, for example, the reference, we have this shape here, then we can use a high polish brush, or we could change it now, but I like it. I enjoy this visual, but if we want, we could, for example, select and make this visual, this shape. But then we can use the move if we want, move it, and here use the flat, and that's okay. So is it? I hope you have enjoyed, guys. So if this video hits 50 likes and 12 comments, we're gonna see how to make this complete character. For now, for this video, it's the base mesh of the hat. Then we're gonna see how to make the high poly, and then we're gonna see how to texture this hat. But if this video hits 50 likes and 12 comments, we're gonna make the complete series and develop this complete character from the base mesh until the final process texturing the complete character. All this, the pant and the boots, the clothes here, the hat, the gloves here, the staff, all these things. So well, it's a depend of you. I hope you have enjoyed it, and thank you again for your patience, and all the best, guys. See you in the next video tutorial.